Hi, this one is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Excuse me. Good morning. Um, Welcome, Technicians of the Sacred. I'm Tracy. Welcome. So this is a quick in the heart code reading for Virgo. I'm doing them slightly differently. I still do the 3 heart codes, the 2 mystic, wild mystic animal cards that bridge them, but this time we're doing a mystical shaman oracle card to wrap it all up, okay? So let's crack on. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. If it doesn't resonate, don't keep it. If it does, claim it. If it doesn't resonate at all, there are many readers that are very good out there. I'm sure you'll find one that does. And also these heart code readings are for those that are doing their inner shadow work, okay? They're not going to include a third party or anything outside of yourself. This is strictly the deep dive in to do the shadow work. They're helping to expose the parts of you that perhaps you lie to yourself about or you just don't see. You know they're there. There isn't anything tarot doesn't tell you that you don't already know. And nothing is ever set in stone. One choice, one decision will alter the flow of the energy like that and change the entire reading. So you're aware. My disclaimer. So your first card out, heart code, is 8. Argument. This is for Virgo. We often hold back our true feelings, even lie to avoid conflict or protect people's feelings. However, when tempers flare, our filters weaken, the truth comes out, words spoken in haste will weigh heavily upon you in the heat of the moment. Things will be said that will have long-lasting emotional ramifications. You will frequently replay the hurtful words and question their merits. Avoid being defensive, retaliating, or holding a grudge. Even though you don't believe you were at fault or acted with bad intentions, you must accept their perception of the events. Resolve the situation with communication, love, and forgiveness. That was your first card. Your second card is number 28, Evaluation. Evaluation. So an 8 and then a 28. Skip over. There it is. Okay. Evaluation. Taking a break from your daily bump and grind will lead to positive transformation. And
Bump and grind?
I'm recording. An up and coming break will bring new perspectives, a shift in priorities, and a redefined sense of self. Evaluating your current circumstances from an external perspective will highlight where change is required. Be honest in your evaluation. This downtime will provide a greater understanding of your current limitations of self-imposed boundaries. You will acknowledge which aspects of your life no longer serve you and define what you prefer. Once these definitions have been made, the pathway to change will become obvious. You will return with positive outlook, feeling determined to implement change. Your third card is 30, Reaction. Reaction. An unexpected reaction will catch you off guard. Something will be said or done that sparks an unanticipated series of events. This could be deemed a positive or negative reaction. Either way, it will leave you feeling perplexed. Be aware that emotions are currently heightened, reactions are overly dramatic, and feedback may be misconstrued. Don't try to understand it, just know that it comes as a catalyst for change. The trigger is incidental and irrelevant in the big picture, big scheme of things. This reaction is simply a means of transforming your physical reality to mirror your new mindset and self beliefs. Even if the reaction appears to be negative, it will ultimately lead to positive change. Cool. And then you have peafowl, the peafowl, a peafowl, a peacock, peafowl, OP, OP, reversed, which is the shadow meaning for those, because this is a shadow work reading, deep inner dive. A shadow reading of the peafowl card might warn against arrogance, vanity, and self-aggrandizement. Remember that just as Hera's gifted eyes on the peacock's tail remain vigilant of others, they may also be vigilant of self. Do not be afraid to turn your own eyes inward and ask yourself if the confidence you have is earned. And then you have chameleon with disguise. The chameleon with disguise. This card represents disguise and facade. It is ideal. It is the idea of blending into one's social landscape to fit in, but also in order to acclimate to new surroundings. The natural camouflage of the chameleon might be interpreted as deceptive or duplicitous in one reading, but it may also signify the need to protect oneself by blending in and becoming invisible. This card could symbolize a wallflower who feels invisible, or a social butterfly who can adapt and thrive in any situation. The chameleon card may represent wearing your heart on your sleeve and allowing your deeper feelings to show. In context with the other cards, I'd say it's disguise and facade, and hiding your true intentions. Not true intentions, hiding your what you would consider flaws or weaknesses. But what we don't realize is that our weaknesses are actually our strengths. And then your last, being vulnerable, open, communicate, honest with self above everything. Because if you can't self-accept and be honest with yourself and self-accept, then everything else is a lie. Number 13, Crow, is your mystical shaman card to wrap it all up together. Crow. And in this deck, Crow represents universal law. Truth. Correct what is untrue in your life without judgment. This is the keeper of the universal law of truth. Crow teaches us to walk our talk, to find congruence between who we say we are and who we really know ourselves to be. And that goes with the disguise card, a facade. You're projecting a facade. This winged one insists that we speak truth, that we create truth instead of searching for it, and that we bring truth to every situation we find ourselves in. When you speak the truth and practice truth, eventually everything you say becomes true. Your power to co-create with the truth is a universal law. Correct what is untrue in your life without judgment. Let the truth set you free. The higher realm of absolute truth. Be true to your word. All right. Oh, I almost forgot. Decoding self-esteem. I did not pre-draw these. I don't pre-draw these. These are for Virgo. Ah. One more. Decoding self-esteem for Virgo. Holy shnikes, that was fast. Oh, and another one. Any more? And then there's that one. Any more? Oh my god. Oh my. Not funny. Alright. So how did we go? It went this one. Number 15. Feeling inferior comes from making comparisons. Start by identifying what makes you feel inadequate and introduce change. And then we go to number 38. Decoding self-esteem. Stop trying to find the fault line. Deflecting responsibility justifies your shortcomings as a form of self-preservation. Stop trying to find the fault line. Deflecting responsibility justifies your shortcomings as a form of self-preservation. Number 44. You got like 5 of them. Jealousy is influencing your decisions. Don't let envy distract you from what is important. And then number 58. Don't become disheartened when life falls short of your expectations. Look to see where your resistance is guiding you. Use resistance to guide us on what path or which direction our path should take. If it is that difficult and there's that much resistance, perhaps that is not the path we should be on. Number 42. Confidently stand in authenticity and express yourself without fear and judgment. There's a lot of decoding self-esteems there, Virgo. All right. Hope this helped. Have a great day. In Lakesh, Alakin. And like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.